survive poisoned productions.
So the first thing we're gonna do is take these two NYX eyebrow gels in chocolate and blonde and mix them together to get kind of a lighter brown color. I just squeeze a little bit out and mix it with the brush that I'm going to be using it to apply to my eyebrow, and I use just a small bit of chocolate and quite a bit of blonde because the chocolate color is quite powerful, so if you use too much it will become too dark and then defeat the purpose, honey. So we're just gonna use this to sketch out our eyebrows, and so at the beginning I do under my brow first just to create kind of a line to go by, and then I'll start filling it in a little bit and then create the tail. Now I have to completely create my tail because I don't have an eyebrow tail. I technically do, but I wax mine off because it's a lot lower on my face than I would like it to be, and so yeah, that's a thing. Now just remember, don't make your eyebrow tail too curved or too straight. If it's too straight, you won't have a lot of room on your eyes to apply eyeshadow because your eyebrow will be very restricting the space, but if you make it too flared out, it can look a little weird. As you can see here, I'm wiping some away to make it a little bit more straight, because if it's too flared out, it looks like curved almost, and it's kind of odd looking, but if that's your thing, go right ahead. Now I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Concealer. This is actually really good. I was really impressed. And I'm gonna use that under my brow just to clean up the lines. I use the lightest shade so that not only is it concealing, it's also highlighting under my brow. How's ya? And then I drag the concealer down so that I can go in with a beauty blender and really blend that concealer into my skin in case I don't feel like wearing foundation that day. It is completely blended in. And now you want to make some weird looking faces to see how uneven or even your eyebrows are, where you need to add a bit more product, where you need to reshape, all of that good stuff. So now I'm just taking a dark eyeshadow and darkening the tails of my eyebrow, because now we have kind of an outline for it. I can really go in and start deepening up and reshaping if I need to. And here I add a bit more to the front of the brow, and I start at the bottom and drag upwards, and it just helps really blend the front of my eyebrow. And now I'm doing that same technique from dragging from the bottom to the top with the spoolie to again really buff out the front of my brow and make it softer and just fades into my skin a little bit more. Now I'm taking the concealer that closest matches my skin color and just going above that front of the brow so that it makes it a little bit more sharp rather than having the front of my brow like kind of blurry into my skin, if that makes sense. I still want a definite shape, I just want the front to be a little bit lighter than the tails of my eyebrow, if that makes any sense. And then buff it in with a beauty blender to really make it flawless. And then you should have something that looks like this. So that's how I do the first style of brow that we're going to look at. Now you don't have to use these exact products. Instead of using the NYX eyebrow gels, you can get the same effect with just using eyeshadows. Use a light brown for the front of the eyebrow and a dark brown for the back, and then again use the concealer to clean it up. And I have also used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow with this technique, and it also works. So you definitely have multiple products you can use to get this same like faded effect. I just thought it's been a while since I've showed you guys how I do my brows, so yeah, I thought we would do a little bit of that today. So now I'm gonna go and show you the second way you can do your brows. Now dipping back into that concealer palette, you can use the one that matches your skin the most, or you can use one that is a bit lighter than your skin, and a really teeny tiny brush, just like a single haired sort of brush. And we're just going to drag that through the front of our eyebrow. This is going to start creating hair strokes. Don't worry, it looks a little silly now, but once we actually add the eyeshadow afterwards, it will look a lot better. So you're just gonna kind of create stripes through the front of your eyebrow and then make enough that you slowly fade it to the back of your eyebrow. You want it to fade a bit, but you don't really want hairs on the tail of your eyebrow, or I mean, maybe you do. I'm not saying you can't do your eyebrows any other way. I'm just showing you how I do mine. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm taking that dark brown eyeshadow that we used on the tail of our eyebrows on that really tiny brush and creating these very small hair strokes to make it look a little bit more realistic, a little bit more bushy, a little bit more natural, because that's totally in right now, is that bushy, natural eyebrow. So if you don't have that, you can kind of create the illusion with this technique. And when you're done, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Feel free to buffer out the concealer with your finger if you do find that it's just a bit too harsh, just to blend it into your eyebrow a little bit more. So this is the second way you can do your brows. It just gives a little bit more hair in the front, a little bit more drama, if you will. They are a bit more, they do stand out a bit more. I don't know, it's just like a different, like more bushier style rather than having them very sleek and faded. But yeah, I just thought I would do this quick video for you guys this week. It has been a little bit busy for me lately, so I haven't been able to do like makeup looks or anything like that, anything extensive. But this is how I would normally do my eyebrows. I do my eyebrows first and then the rest of my makeup. So now I would go on to do my foundation, and then, or if I was doing a crazy eye makeup look, I'd do my eyeshadow right now and then my foundation, contouring, lips, etc. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all, guys. I'll see you in my next video.